Hello everybody, and welcome to another Sunday afternoon chat. I am behind the wheel in the vehicle. I got my beautiful wife Chris right here beside me, and we're strolling down the highway after church. We had a great church today. Back in Leviticus, the Old Testament. I know some of you are New Testament church people only, and that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. And the New Testament, of course, is mostly written by Paul. But the Old Testament's really important too, written by God. And we was in Leviticus and talking about keeping the fire burning, the ceremonial fires burning. Our preacher, Chopper McCartney, did a great job. And we got to keep the fire burning in ourselves as we go out this week and go through the world. We've got to keep the fire burning. It's another great week, a much better week than last week where Chris had that seizure and just about scared me to death. I'm telling you what, I just about died. I thought she was dying in my arms. But Chris has had a good week this week. Sherry came down and got her on Monday and came down Sunday night, cooked dinner for Red Berry and I. My great friend from Alabama came and spent 2 or 3 days with me. Wanted to see Chris. Red was the man that I was going to turkey hunt with and visit in Alabama when Chris had that stroke the day after Easter, and I was 646 miles from home, close within 100 miles of where Red lives, when I got that message from Sherry and turned around and drove all the way back. It's been a all day driving, and so I guess I drove 1,300 miles or something, so about 22 hours driving. But anyway, Red came down and wanted to see Chris and had a great visit. Sherry took Chris back to Tahlequah, where the neurologist came down from Tulsa and visited with Chris there in Tahlequah on Tuesday, and then brought Chris back home Tuesday night. And a lot of great things happened because of that. I of course want to thank my daughter Sherry, who's just been an absolute angel during all this the last 9 months, and helping me and taking care of her husband Jack and all of the work that she does in the company, doing all of Chris's work, her and Mandy, and just taking care of Chris while I'm out running around shooting television shows and making personal appearances. And I keep Chris with me at the ranch as much as possible. She's been there the last several days, except for that one night, and I guess the last 2 or 3 weeks. And but the neurologist said there was no other damage at all done. The seizure weakened Chris a lot, and she's had a little bit more trouble with the speech this week, but the speech is pretty good today at church. I think God gave her a good day where she can visit some with the people, and she doesn't talk to a lot of them in church, but they come up and tell her they're praying for her, and she thanks them for that, and she's done pretty good with her speech today. But this week has sort of been a break-even week, I'd say, as far as advancement. She did walk a couple of times this week, and she hates that walking. I pray all the time that God will put it in her spirit to want to walk and to want to get up and walk every time I ask her to, instead of fight me about it. Sometimes she wins that fight, sometimes I win that fight. But I know that she needs to walk as much as possible, and she got to get that right foot taking that full step every time. And when that happens, it's going to be game on. And before long, she'll be out there walking, and that's just going to be a wonderful act of God when that happens. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen here in 2022 sometime, I know. But she had no problems at all. But the other good part about Sherry taking Chris over to see the neurologist and getting a great report that Chris is fine is that Red Berry and I got to go fishing. That's right. I put my Ranger boat in the lake for the first time since November, and I did loan it out to Mike, one of my camera guys, one day, and he got to go fishing in it, but I hadn't fished in it, so I put my lake. I took it to Louisiana, I guess, in December, but it's the first time I'd fished here in Oklahoma since November. And Red and I caught 37 bass. 37 bass, that's right. Now, Red said we probably caught 20 over 5 pounds. That's Red Berry. He stretches the truth. He's a great Christian man, but he's a fisherman. He stretches the truth. And we probably did have, 10 or 12 over 5 pounds. We really had a great day. He caught 1 over 6. We had no 7-pounders. But we caught all those fish dragging and jig on the bottom down around 20 feet deep. Most of the fish are in the neighborhood of 15 to 20 feet deep now. Most of them in the lakes have not yet started suspending. So it's really kind of difficult to find those fish up off the bottom. You have to be able to really watch closely and be able to see those fish down on the bottom. If you get into school, which we finally did, we fished a long time and didn't catch nothing. And we finally found a school of fish, and we caught, I think, those 37, we probably caught 30 of them in one little area in a couple little schools that were real close together. And they were on the bottom, but every now and then you can see one come off the bottom just a little bit, and we were able to find those fish with the Garmin LiveScope and catch them on a Lucky Strike jig with a little Lucky Strike swim bait trailer on there in a green pumpkin color, and just really we smoked them. I mean, we smoked them. Mostly dragging that bait on the bottom, hopping it just a little bit, but mostly dragging it on the bottom. And we did really, really well. I picked up my Alabama rig with some Lucky Strike swim baits on it, 5-hook Alabama rig, and I probably caught about 10 or 12 of those 37 on that. I mean, we did really pretty good on that Alabama rig, and nearly all of those were 5-pound fish. So, or in that neighborhood, 4.5 to 5 pounds, somewhere around in there. A lot of them were under 5 pounds, but close. A lot of them, if you're going to do catch and release, which we do, you could call them 5 pounds. It's okay to call them 5 pounds. Nothing at all wrong with that. So that made the week really special to get to go out there and fish with Red Berry. I fished a lot with Red Berry over the last many years. I stayed at Red's house when we were fishing Smith Lake tournaments. He's an exceptional tournament fisherman. He's my age. He fishes a lot of local tournaments down there and catches a jig just about every time. He does just exactly. I got rod and reels rods here in the truck with me right now. You can see I got a couple of rods rolling around here as I'm driving around. But every fisherman needs to have rods with you. You never know when you're going to need your rod. Never know when you're going to need your gun. Never know when you're going to need your rods. So anyway, that made a pretty special week out of it. And the fact that Chris suffered no more damage. She did not have a stroke. She had a seizure, and it was just I do have a video up talking about that, I think the day after it happened. I just had to share it with you. And the reason I shared that with y'all on YouTube and on Facebook is because y'all have just, hundreds of thousands of you probably, have been praying for Chris. And you're a big part of this healing that God is doing. You're a big part of this healing. All the deer doing fine also. Report on the deer. Everybody's good. They're beginning to shed their antlers. TC, Thundercloud, and somebody else, I don't know, there's another name somebody picked for him I thought was pretty cool too. But anyway, somebody named a name for him that might have been talking about me and not the deer. I'm not sure. But he has lost both antlers. I'll be looking for those antlers as much as I possibly can, and going to be doing that as quick as I can. Get out there and walk in this cold weather. Once you get to walking in the cold weather, you don't notice the cold so much. You build up a little body heat from the exercise, and it's really good for you out looking for antlers early in the year. There's not many antlers out there because most of the deer run around, still got them up on top of their head. So you can find them, but you can't get them because they won't let you run up there and grab them off their head. But we're going to be doing some antler hunting here pretty soon. I might invite my buddy Daniel and his son Houston over to help me find antlers. Houston and Daniel had a lot of fun doing that last year. And they made a video for their YouTube channel as well, Arms Family Homestead. Go over and give him a little love. He's got over 600,000 people, 600,000 on that channel. But they could always use a few more subscribers. So tell them I sent you over there. But so it's going to be another great week in the Lord. I wanted to also talk about one thing, the same thing that our preacher preached about today, is getting on fire for God. And you know, we're on fire for God by making a recommitment to God to dedicate our life to Him, and making a commitment to ourselves every single day when we get out of bed that we're going to be a great witness for the God that saved us. We're going to be a great witness for Jesus. And we can witness for Jesus a lot of times without even saying anything. We can witness for Jesus by a big smile on our face. We can witness for Jesus by being enthusiastic. We can witness for Jesus by saying great things to everybody we come in contact with, saying words of encouragement, not words of discouragement. We can say a witness for Jesus by being a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. You know, we got a lot of bad things going on in our country right now, and some people even are concerned if we'll have a country. This country might destroy itself from within, like Nikita Khrushchev said would happen, prophesied that many years ago as the ruler of Russia. And he said they didn't have to take over America. America would destroy themselves from within. And we've got a lot of people in Congress trying to do that right now, intentionally, and bragging about the fact that they want to destroy America and turn it into a socialistic country. Probably close to half of the Congress is like that, and so it's kind of sad, but that's the way it is. But it doesn't matter, because we are founded as one nation under God, indivisible. And regardless of the people trying to destroy America, God's kept us going for 240 some odd years, or almost 250 years, and God will keep us going for as long as He wants America to go. The socialists will not destroy America. America will not fall until God says that it's time for America to fall. And we don't know when that time is, but one of the things that I was reading, I read the Bible, completely through every year. And one of the things I was reading this week was talking about the fall of Sodom and Gomorrah, and when God destroyed those two cities. And Abraham was talking to God, and he said, "Will you destroy if there's one righteous person there, or 5 righteous people there, or 10 righteous people?" He started at 50 and worked his way back. And God said, "I'll not do that." And God has not destroyed America up to this point because of righteous people. That's right. There's a lot of righteous people in this country, a lot of people that have not bowed their knees to Baal, and a lot of people that have kept God from destroying America, have kept God from being a country like it is. It's kept people that will go out there and fight for the freedom that we have. And they'll fight against other countries that try to destroy our freedom. They'll fight against the people within our country that's just trying to destroy our freedom. So go out there and be on fire for the God that saved you this week. Go out there and be on fire for America. Keep a smile on your face. Keep joy in your heart. Don't let them ruin your day, no matter what. One of the best ways to keep from letting them ruin your day is don't watch the news. Don't watch the news. Man, I'm telling you, they'll ruin your day on the news. We got a lot of great things going on in this country also, and one of the great things we've got is going fishing. Let's all go fishing as much as we possibly can. A lot of places you can't fish, but you can have joy in your heart. If you're down in Florida where it's beautiful, nice and warm, or if you're up in Minnesota where it's frozen solid right now, you can still have a warm heart. I want to mention something this week while you're praying for Chris, and I know a lot of you are still praying for Chris every single day, just like I do. A buddy of mine, Monty Spencer, I mentioned him, I think maybe on last Sunday's chat, but Monty Spencer, a buddy of mine that lives over in Virginia. He's got an operation coming up here in the next week or so to have a tumor removed. He's fought cancer for the last several years. Monty was an offensive lineman for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and you can imagine what a big man he is. He's got a heart bigger than he is. He's got a heart bigger than that big body. He would walk out in a truck for you if he thought it would help you. That's exactly how much he loves people and loves to help people. And but he needs some prayers right now. So add Monty Spencer, my buddy from Virginia, to your prayer list this week, and pray that they will get that tumor removed, and pray that tumor will remove all of the cancer from his body. And he's fought that cancer for a lot of years and beat it time and time again. And I told him I'm believing he's going to beat it again. He's got God on his side. And the more of you that lift up prayers, for Monty, the more God's going to reach down there and heal him. Keep praying for Chris. This has been sort of a standstill week, it seems like, but it was not a setback week. And I'm going to tell you what, the way I'm believing without a doubt, 100%, God is going to heal Chris. She's going to be talking with that sweet voice again, and she's going to be walking, and eventually that right arm will even come back, and she'll be using that right arm. And I hope she remembers all of the breakfasts and the lunches and dinners that I fix for her. Maybe she'll fix a few for me one of these days over the next 15 or 20 or 25 years. So guys and girls, I know this has been kind of short, but we just had a good week, and I just want to make sure that y'all have a good week out there. I'm going to be praying for all of you to have a great week, and I'm telling you, if you get over there and get on that Catch of the Day channel, we're right at 19,000. Going to roll over 19,000 maybe today. On that channel, it's 19,000 of some of the greatest people in the world. If you are not on the Catch of the Day channel on YouTube, go over there and subscribe. You are missing a giant blessing that God has in store for you. Subscribe to that YouTube channel, and go out there and have you a great week. Remember, don't let circumstances make you. Don't let people steal your joy. Don't let people at work rob you of happiness. Don't let your family, your wife, your husband, anybody, keep smiling at them, keep blessing them. Keep praying for them. God will reward you for all of that with great, great days this coming week. And remember, guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one. I sure do love you.